Does that work?
Yeah, that's what's good. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go live, so.
We're good?
Not yet. Sorry, he's gonna have to unlock it there. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm Lieutenant Matt Masad, the commander of the CHP Amador area. We are here to present information about a tragic event that occurred in our community last night. On December 26, 2024, at approximately 5:22 p.m., a solo uniformed Amador CHP officer was dispatched to a call of service involving a vehicle that was blocking the roadway, Old Sacramento Road, east of Latrobe Road, in an unincorporated portion of Alameda County. Upon arrival, the officer activated his marked patrol vehicle's emergency lights and observed a male subject that was pushing a pickup truck that was blocking the roadway. The driver's door was opened, and the subject, while standing outside of the truck, was attempting to steer the truck as it was rolling backwards towards the officer and in the direction of the opposing traffic lane. While still in his patrol vehicle, the officer contacted the subject and directed him to stop pushing the vehicle. The direction was made multiple times. The subject did not comply with the officer's directions, and the truck continued to move backward toward the opposing lanes and the officer. The officer gave numerous additional commands to the subject to stop the vehicle. As the truck continued backward, the officer positioned his patrol vehicle in the path of the truck to prevent it from rolling into the opposing lanes of traffic. The truck ultimately continued backward into the patrol vehicle, striking it, while the officer was still seated inside. The officer exited his patrol vehicle, encountered the subject who was armed, and at which point an officer-involved shooting occurred. The officer immediately requested an ambulance respond, but it was apparent the subject had suffered a fatal injury. The CHP contacted the Amador County Sheriff's Office requesting they conduct a criminal investigation of this incident. The Sheriff's Office declined and deferred the investigation to the CHP. As such, the CHP's Investigative Services Unit is conducting an investigation of this incident with oversight from the Amador County District Attorney's Office. This is an ongoing criminal investigation to ensure that we are providing the most accurate information possible. This is all the information we are able to release today, specifically regarding the details of the incident. We recognize that this is a tragic incident that impacts our community. We ask for everyone's patience as we conduct the investigation. All media inquiries regarding this incident should be directed to CHP Amador Area Officer Cindy White at 209-418-6200. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to contact CHP's tip line at 916-731-6580. Finally, I want to thank our allied agency partners who have helped us through this situation. Your ongoing support is greatly valued and appreciated. And once again, thank you for everyone coming today.
Question. So in one of the press releases it mentioned that a gun was recovered. Did that subject have it on him when the officer fired at him?
Because of the ongoing investigation, that's a specific that will ultimately be released, but I can't discuss it today.
Can you speak to the officer who was involved? Is he on administrative leave right now?
The officer is placed off as in any shooting investigation that we conduct.
And then
So we were talking to everyone that we possibly can that may have witnessed that and witnessed the incident. We're gathering that information ongoing regarding any specifics about intoxication that will possibly come out later.
And then the officer only fired one round.
I can't discuss the specifics on the number of rounds fired.
You got the suspect pointing his weapon at the officer?
Again, that's another specific that will be released ultimately through the investigation.
Was he alone? Was there? Because I know at one point there were neighbors who were trying to help him and get his car started again. Had they left by that point?
I'm not sure what the question is.
Were there any other individuals who were with him when he was shot?
That's a detail that's going to have to come out through the investigation.
Do you know if he was pushing his car into traffic, or was his car rolling and he was trying to stop it? What exactly was happening with the car rolling into traffic?
It appears the vehicle was being pushed. It's still under investigation.
So just to make sure I have it all right. So the officer was behind the car and it rolled into his car, into the patrol car, and that is when he got out and fired his weapon.
The vehicle was moving towards the officer's vehicle. The truck was. At some point, it did collide with the officer's patrol vehicle, and at that point, the officer exited his vehicle.
The vehicle, the suspect's vehicle, was rolling backwards down the hill.
I don't know about down the hill, but it was rolling backwards.
At this time, are you able to release the information if the suspect had any priors or if you'd gone to any calls with this guy before?
I can't release that information at this time.
Did he feel threatened when he got out of his car? Was the man coming towards him?
I can't speak to the officer's perceptions at this time.
Do you know where the suspect was in relation to the car? Like, once the officer got out of the car, kind of walk me through, like, what exactly happened at that point?
That's some more details that are still under investigation, and ultimately that will come out of the investigation as part of it.
Last one for me is, do you know if the vehicle belonged to the suspect?
Another detail that will have to come out as part of the investigation. Thank you, everyone.
Once we get more details from the release to you guys, we can update it, so I'll just go down with the first one.
Thank you.
We go